Hey, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to walk you through the day before I take the MPRE exam and the actual day that I sit for it. The MPRE exam is essentially a prerequisite to the bar exam. Before we jump into the vlog, a quick note from our sponsor, Themis Bar Review. Themis is based on the most current research on memory retention and comprehension. Themis's lectures are segmented into 15 to 20 minute chapters, specifically to optimize the amount of info that you retain. And Themis is the only national bar review provider that publishes pass rates every year, which is something I, as a law student, very much value. Themis doesn't just have a bar prep course, it also provides an absolutely free MPRE online course that includes an outline, a lecture with an interactive handout, multiple practice exams, and multiple choice questions. This is the course that I use to prep for the MPRE exam. You can learn more about this particular program and anything else about Themis using the link in my description box below. Hello friends, it is a Thursday evening around 7 o'clock and I'm currently writing out hand cards? No, I'm handwriting note cards while I am listening to my virtual Dallas Council meeting. I was recently appointed to the Anti-Hate Council Advisory to the Mayor of Dallas, and this is what I had to do the night before taking the actual MPRE exam. I thought that I would just hop onto it, listen to it, because it ended up being about 2 hours, while also reviewing a little bit for the MPRE exam using Themis. Hello, it is 7 o'clock the night before the MPRE. And I'm not doing so well. I'm pretty sure I have a sinus infection that I've been dealing with the past 3 days. I'm drinking Theraflu, which is a green tea infused type medication. And we're just gonna hope for the best. I slept in and was still able to get in about 3 to 4 hours of studying for the MPRE. I wrote out some note cards. And I finished as much as I could of the Themis MPRE prep course. Now, granted, I didn't do 100% of the course, but I did a significant amount, a good chunk in the past 4 days, and I'm very proud of myself for that. But it is 7 o'clock. I think I'm just gonna call it quits and get a good night's sleep in before tomorrow morning, because it is what it is at this point. Cheers. That's a little too hot to drink right now. I'm probably going to wear these exact shoe and sock combo to the testing venue because it's pretty comfortable and my feet get cold easily, so these socks are the best. Man, I knew this was gonna happen. I started sleeping, okay? And I started this true crime documentary on Netflix. I fell asleep. It's now 11:30, but I'm now going to eat a snack. I'm making bagels and peanut butter. Hopefully I can fall back asleep. I don't know if I'm like nervous or something, but no, I think I'm just sick. Rise and shine. It is 7 in the morning. I took NyQuil last night, slept like a rock, but I am not feeling 100%. I'm feeling just fine. Very platonic, very neutral. I can't breathe through my nose. That being said, I'm still going to go take the exam. I'm going to wear a mask to be respectful, even though it's not required. And right now, I'm just getting ready for the day, finishing up my makeup. I know some people are not really big on doing their face on the day of a big exam, but again, my exam's not until 10, so I don't mind. I have time. It's also very ritualistic to do my whole face routine. Gets me in the groove. It gets the ball rolling, you know, doing something that's very familiar to me before doing something that's not familiar to me, like taking a 2-hour professional responsibility exam. Okay, it's Friday morning. I got time, so let's go grab breakfast and coffee. Winston, get your butt. Oh my gosh, my dog literally has a rag in his mouth. Why are you acting like a butthead this morning? You're so rude. Come here. He likes to play with Winston! Oh my God. Okay, stay. Smile for the camera. Okay, the rag has been secured from Winston. This is the full outfit. I've got Crocs and fuzzy socks because my feet get really cold.
And I'm wearing 3 layers, actually. I'm wearing 1 long sleeve, a turtleneck, and the sweatshirt over it because, again, I get cold easily wherever I go. Highly recommend that you do this. It's also freezing outside, which doesn't usually happen here in North Texas. Okay, swag. We're here. I'm sitting outside the testing center. 30 minutes early. Probably a combination of anxiety / excitement why I show up to these things so early. That being said, I now have time to myself to just sit in my car, jam out to some music, and more importantly, review my Themis final outline. One of the greatest things that I learned during marathon training is that your brain is a muscle, right? And you don't want to go into anything, be it an interview, a big exam, a race, without warming up your muscles. Now, I'm not suggesting that you take an entire practice exam before you go into your big exam, but you do want to warm up your brain in a way that it is going to be tested in a similar, familiar way. So this exam is 2 hours, 60-minute multiple choice question. It's going to be a lot of reading. So a gentle warm up for me is reviewing this outline, and I'm not necessarily trying to retain the information. I'm just reading it to get my mind warmed up for a long 2 hours of reading. You should let me know how you typically get ready for a big exam. If you do any sort of reviewing the day of, let me know. I'd be interested to hear more about what you guys tend to do whenever you have a big event. My focus, okay, I'm done reviewing the final outline, sipping on my coffee, but I wanted to show you what I typically bring in my little test bag since we're not allowed to bring any backpacks in there. We have to have 2 forms of ID. So I have 2 forms of ID in here. I have a mask. I have a snack, although I don't get to eat it while I'm in there during the test. It's only 2 hours. I think I'll survive, but I will be hungry afterwards. So this is my immediate snack when I'm done. And then I have a second form of ID. And just in case, a number 2 pencil. Just one, and a sharpener. I can't remember the last time I took a written test that required I have a pencil, but I brought one just in case. I doubt that this is going to be handwritten. I think it's online, like we do them on computers. I'd be surprised if I have to use my number 2 pencil, but that's my little testy bag. Whoa, this is actually a really nice testing center. I'm surprised. Thought I was gonna be in like a gymnasium or something. So we in fact are not required to wear a mask, but I'm gonna keep mine on because I'm obviously not feeling the best and I don't want to get anyone sick.
This is where I ended up having to turn over any of my personal belongings. It was very intense, actually.
Okay, I just got out of the exam. First here's like my certified document saying that I finished it. And I had like 20 minutes left. And I thought to myself, maybe I should use those 20 minutes to go over my questions and review all of them. But then I was like, I'm gonna psych myself out if I use those 20 minutes to go back and review those questions because I'll second guess myself, especially on multiple choice questions. So I decided to just leave it as is and not use those last 20 minutes to psych myself out. Now I am gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day. It is 11:40. So we eat lunch and maybe do some things that are non-school related. Okay, bye! Celebratory cup number 2 of coffee. Hi, can I get a medium iced vanilla latte? And that's it. Hello, I'm back at home. 2 hours have elapsed because when I got here, I immediately took a fat nap, as I should. And now I am in this spare bedroom that is opened up and I am turning it into a dedicated studio / office space. I'm very excited. Never had my own room to just study and create in. So this is a very big step in Avery becoming an adult. I will be making a more dedicated video to how I'm renovating and designing this space. I painted a wall for the very first time in my entire life, and it didn't turn out so well. So look forward to that vlog next week, probably. Aside from that, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. Probably like go buy some additional decorations, some curtains for the window, and then call it a day. I will make a dedicated video about my MPRE experience once scores are released because I really have nothing much more to say about it. Again, I'm neutral, platonic, very just 5 out of 10 right now. Okay, bye guys.